Hello everyone, my homophobic friends. Today we are going to make an unprecedented video with you. That's right, 10 games that I want to make into movies and TV series. You better watch this video, studios, because you're about to get rich. Let's get started. Number 1. Far Cry 3. As most Nazis know, this game was very entertaining and innovative, and the storyline blew me away. I would like this game to be made into a TV series because there's so much to tell, and it's perfect for a TV series. They likened me to the main character Jason, so I can play that character. And the price is very reasonable, Ubisoft. The actor who plays Vaas is already excellent, so I don't think he will have a problem with the role. I can't say anything for sure about the other characters. Maybe they can be changed for the content. But if they suddenly start defending LGBT rights, I will start killing them all myself as Jason. That's me, baby. There's not much to talk about the plot. I won't get bored watching the same story if it's presented differently in terms of content, especially the dating stuff. Many islands could be used for the series, but it better not be Epstein Island. I don't think this series will be too tiring for the studio budget-wise. If you're smart, Ubisoft, make a deal with me and then with the Amazon boys and make it happen. Dana White and I are impatiently waiting for this to become a series. Number 2, Call of Duty. This game, which is the dream of many white Americans, would serve America well as a movie. Even though it would be a bit of a costly endeavor, I don't think Mr. Bill Gates would have a hard time with it. After all, this game is now a Microsoft property. As a studio, Universal or Paramount could do a pretty good job. But if they want to be as successful as Barbie, they need to put a lot of action and take the story of modern warfare. Because I'm sure nobody wants to see Soviet Russians or World War in movies anymore. So let's stay away from other Call of Duty series for now. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Makarov as the enemy. If the events unfold in a different way, and the story is told in a different way, the audience will be quite happy. Maybe this time they should make America look bad. After all, they don't look at the quality of the work anymore. They look at how much it is criticized and talked about. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption. For those who don't know, the plot of this game is about a cowboy who goes into space and tries to start a farm. Spoiler, at the end, the main character discovers moon milk. Jokes aside, this game should definitely have a series. I personally had a lot of fun playing it and watching the story. And I want to congratulate Rockstar on something. They managed to tell such a long story without boring people. I think very few people can do that. They were like James Cameron. The other thing about these guys is that they're really good at portraying the bad guys of the time. A bad thief, a bad teenager, a bad cowboy. That's why I begged them to make a pirate game. I have a great story. Just like One Piece, if you think about it, Rockstar, I'm here. Anyway, I'm not going to beat around the bush because everybody knows how great Red Dead Redemption is. So I don't think people are going to be too keen on a TV series of this game. Those who are interested will taste the donkey. Number 4, GTA. I'm sure you're surprised to see another Rockstar game on the list. I'm not surprised either, because these guys are really good at what they do. The movie of GTA can be very entertaining and educational for this period. The guns, the blood, the death, the robbery, it's really a perfect example for our time. There are 2 reasons why I want it as a movie rather than a series. One, I think Rockstar loves hot money, so the movie would be a direct profit for them. Secondly, a series with such a high action budget can be quite tiring, so I think it makes more sense to be a movie than a series. However, one series of the game can be transferred as a movie and another series as a series. The villains and the environment can be different. It would be enough for me if only the main characters stay the same. Number 5, Half-Life. This game, the pride of Gabe Newell, would make a great comedy movie. Jokes aside, it could be a great horror game. I don't know if Blumhouse could do it because it's also an action horror, so maybe bigger studios might want to take it on. Since this game is part of most people's childhood, people will want to see it. There may even be people who will give their kidneys and children to see this movie, but don't you? There may be a lot to add as a story, especially outside factors can be shown in more detail in this movie. In this movie, we can get to know the characters more. We can learn Gabe Newell's foot number and so on and so forth. It might be interesting if the movie is shot with a FPS angle. At the end, When the character looks in the mirror, we see Cillian Murphy. It's really wow, isn't it? Make a remake of the worst game ever. Number 6. Detroit Become Human. In a time when robots weren't gay, the game Detroit Become Human lived. If you have a robot fantasy, you will love this series. I'll give you 5 reasons why this should be a series. 1. The actors are handsome and beautiful, which is a good thing for art. 2. The story is great, so much so that when I grow up, I want to whip robots too. 3. It's a great example to watch with your family. 4. Nothing came to mind. 5. No LGBT in the game. That's why this game should be a series. Number 7. Tales of Iron. If you've seen Flushed Away and Ratatouille, I'm sure you'll want to watch this one too, because the story of this game is also about rats. If you're not a Fury Stalker, then this game is for you guys. Without spoilers, the paladin mouse takes on the frogs to avenge his father's death. This idea could make a great series, and I also wanted to add one animation to the list. The characters are great. The plot, the story, and the battle mechanics are all great, so I would love to see a series of this. Who wouldn't want to watch rats wanting to fight for honor and justice? And I'm sure all the girls would like to watch the rats tear the frogs to shreds alive. Note, this animation should be rated PG-13 for violence. Number 8. Dead Space. It can be tense and scary when you play it. I wish there was a movie. That's all. Number 9. Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't think this game has a huge audience compared to other games, but I think in terms of the series and the movie, I think that's a good thing because I think the less information, the more curiosity. Anyway, I'm sure most Lord of Rings and Hobbit fans will love it because they are similar in terms of subject matter. So medieval times, dwarves, war, handsome elves, they have a lot in common. It doesn't matter if it's a movie or a series, as long as it's done well. I don't know, maybe they did. I haven't researched it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. I just know that the world is quite large, which means they are quite rich in content, so the series or the movie can tell a different story. Number 10. Mass Effect. If you're a space freak, you'll love this show. It's like a Star Trek, so the world is really quite different. It's a game that can offer you different things if you want. There aren't many games that do that, so even though I don't know the content of the game, I would personally like to watch the series. They are not bad in terms of design, but I can't say that I like the combat and graphics when I look from the outside. However, the series can still be a hit. These were the games I wanted to have, and there are a few more games I didn't put on the list. Normally there were more, but I didn't feel the need to share them because I guess they were already under production. That's all from me for now. Goodbye, girls.